Hello everyone, I'm Morgan, and today I wanted to do the Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag. I was tagged to do this by Sandra. I pulled down the moon, so I will link to her video down below, as well as the video of the creator, Lindsay's little library. So everything will be in the description box if you want to check it out, as well as the questions. But without further ado, let's just get into it. So the first question, book storage. How do you store and organize your books? So I have two whole bookshelves, one that is right here and one just in the back. So I have one whole for read books and another one for unread books, and I have a few other shelves on my mother's bookshelves that I steal for read books. So like first they're separated by read or unread, and then I do it by genre, and I separate series from standalones, and then in that in their genre they're also stored either by author name or by color, depending on what looks best. So yeah. Second question, tracking. How do you keep track of what you read and what books you own? So two ways. First, Goodreads. Obviously, I put everything that I read on there, as well as the books I own, so that I know. And I also have a to be read pile, just like in real life. I also have a very small bookshelf right next to my bed where I put the books I would like to read soon. And I also have an Excel sheet that I've been using. I took the one from... Anyway, I will link to her channel down below, but she makes an Excel sheet every single year where you can track what you read, the rating, and many other stuff, and also get charts at some point. So it's really cool to use, and I will link to her down below, and I hope she will do another one for next year. 3. Borrow. Do you lend your books out? Yes, but not many people actually ask me to borrow books. I lend books to my brother mostly, and sometimes to some of my friends, but like I said, not that much. It's not that I don't mind, that I mind lending books. It's just that, as I said, not many people ask me. But also, like, I do take care of my books, like, a lot, you know, like, I buy used books and new books, but mostly I take care of them a lot. Like, they don't, like, some new books that I've read don't look read, you know, like, they look almost new because I don't do much with them. 4. Buying. How do you buy or acquire your books? So I said I buy new books and used books, so I go to the bookstore normal. I order books online sometimes on Book Depository and sometimes on Amazon as well. And I also use 8books online to mostly buy used books. And I go to the library as well, and I go to a used bookstore near me, and a free library when it's open in the summer. 5. Comments. How do you respond to the "how do you need to read so much" comment or similar comments? I have never gotten that comment, though I would say I read quite a bit. I think it's just a question of habits. Like, for me, I read in many different formats, so I read audiobooks, ebooks, and physical books, and they all have their time, kind of, because I read audiobooks when I get up in the morning, then I read ebooks either when I have to take transportation or if I have time during the day, and then when I'm at home I read physical books. So just reading is part of my life, so obviously if you just do read a lot, it adds up at some point. 6. Next book. How do you pick your next read? Usually, as I said, I have a shelf of books that I want to read sooner rather than later, so I pick from that. But also, as I said, I also read ebooks or audiobooks, so mostly I would say I'm a mood reader, but I also like to participate in readathons as much as I can. So I do like prompts, and I've actually been wanting to try using prompts just for myself when I want to choose a book, because I have like 10 to 15 books right next to my bed that I want to read like now, so I don't always know how to choose. Sometimes I said I kind of have an idea what books I want to read next, like the next 2 or 3, but sometimes I don't. I just want to read them all right now. So to choose between that, I was like, I want to use a set of prompts and just use a random number generator to choose between these prompts and find a book that goes with that, and I will be happy either way because I want to read all of the books. So yeah. 7. Travel. How do you pick what books you bring on vacation with you? So right now I've been trying to use my e-reader mostly when I move. But other than that, sometimes I do like to still bring a few physical books, and it's just like to choose my next reads. Like I bring the books that I would be likely to pick up soon, and I just read those. 8. Annotate. Do you write or highlight or mark up your books in any way? I've been highlighting my books sometimes when I really like a sentence. I don't mind marking them, it's just that I've never been used to annotating or anything like that. I've never done it in school, so I just don't have the habit. But I do like to highlight, and yeah, it doesn't bother me. 9. New or backlist? Which do you prefer, new releases or backlist books? I love both. I have always been the kind to buy books as soon as they're released, but I also buy a lot of backlist books, especially used ones. I read both, really. I don't have a preference. Yeah, I don't mind the hype. I like to get on it if I can, and I also like to read backlist books and talk about those that we don't hear about. I just like books, you know. 10. Sequels. Do you read books as they are released or wait for an entire series to be published before reading one book? I read books as they're published. Ever since I was a kid, I was used to reading books just like that when they came out, and I honestly really like that. And of course, when you wait so long for a book, sometimes you don't remember the last one that much, but it always comes back when I start reading the next one. Like, it's like seeing an old friend again, you know? Like, you have never forgotten them. You just sometimes have forgotten a few things, but then they come back to you. And books are the same to me. But I would say it's also really nice sometimes to binge series if I can. But I don't tend to do that much. So yeah, whichever is fine for me. I don't mind waiting, and I also don't mind just binging books. So it's a different experience for sure. And like for Game of Thrones, for example, I've been waiting for the 6th book for so long, and I have to say I don't remember much from the last books. It's been almost 5 years since I've read one of them, but I will still be really happy when the 6th one comes out, if it does, and I won't go and reread the other ones before. I don't care. I'll just go with it. But anyway, that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Please tell me if you've enjoyed this video and what are your answers to this if you haven't done this tag before, or if you just don't have a channel. I would really be interested in that. But yeah, that's all for me. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Dream I know, deep up my feelings.